My name is Jill Beebout and I'm with Bluegate Farm in southern Marion County. So we grow greens year-round, and we grow everything from head lettuce to a pretty wide range of Asian greens, in addition to a lot of the standard greens that you'd find. So we plant our field crops starting in March for our very earliest crops, and we go direct into the field for those, both direct sown and transplanted. We like to be able to keep harvesting from the field at least through our first December delivery. So in mid-October, usually we put row covers on our fall crops. So we do low row covers on all of our cold hardy field crops. And then about the same time, we're transitioning greens into the high tunnel. In December, those usually get row covers as well. And that helps us carry greens production in our tunnels through March. At that point, those crops are starting to get warm. So those crops get cleared and we start transitioning back into the field. So field, we usually have greens in the ground from March through December. And in the high tunnel, our greens crops are more October through March. Weather and pests are huge challenges for us, both in the high tunnel and in the field. We have a beautifully ecologically diverse farm, which we're very fortunate to have, but that also means that we have a beautifully diverse pest population, and everything seems to like greens. We use some row cover. We don't, during the main part of the season, we don't row cover our greens, simply because we're in a very high, we're on kind of the top of the hill, we're in a pretty windy location, and trying to battle row cover in that situation is challenging. We also, in about half of our beds, have permanent grass pathways, which means they have to be mowed. And mowing and row cover is a tough combination. So we try to limit our row cover application to non-mowing seasons, which is also a bit of a juggle. But the pests are a challenge. Actually, just a couple weeks ago, we set out our fall pak choi planting, and when we came back the next day, it was gone. And that's hundreds of row feet of choy that now we're 5 weeks behind on. So that's a problem. And we do have deer fence and we have a dog, and sometimes that's just the way it goes. But that's also an advantage to, we're a fairly diversified operation, both in our locations and our cropping season. So we do have other places that we can put our next rotation of choy, that, and we'll have choy coming in the high tunnels that the deer don't tend to get to. So being diversified both in our crop varieties, our crop seasons, and our crop locations helps diversify that risk quite a bit. And that's a luxury of space that we have that I know a lot of people don't, but it's a tool that we use aggressively. We're 100% chemical free here, so we always add in loss. We fully expect, we don't enjoy it, but we fully expect that there will be loss, and sometimes it's higher than we hope for, like 100% is pretty disappointing. But it's part of being an ecological farm, and it's just part of what we have to endure and grouse about and go on.